To use this example code with the ICE project, the first thing you need to do is actually download the ICE example code. So the way to do that is to go to the mdpnp.org website, which is the website dedicated to plug-and-play medical devices to help with patient safety. From this website, you can go to Projects and then Open ICE. And from here, you can actually download the example, and this is a ready-to-run download that's available from SourceForge. I've downloaded this example already, so I'm going to simply show you how to run it. When you start up this application, you're going to be given the option to create an ICE supervisor or an ICE device interface. In this case, we're going to be reusing the recorded device data that we've been using for the rest of this example. So we're going to create the ICE supervisor. Notice that all of the applications we've been running so far have been in domain 5, so you will have to change this domain ID to be 5. So here I create the ICE supervisor, and you'll see that this has a lot more functionality than the example code we've been looking at so far. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to click on the data visualization. And after I do that, I'm going to start running our pre-recorded data that we've been using for the rest of the example. So that's running, and shortly what you'll be able to see is you'll actually be able to see as this discovers the pre-recorded device data, and it's going to start displaying ranges of values here inside the data visualization UI. There you can see that the data's arrived. You can see here in this display the respiratory rate and also the pulse oximeter oxygen saturation values. And you may have noticed, but in our example, the pulse oximeter values are actually updating over time. Now, in addition to this, we also, from this application, can create additional simulated devices if we like. So here I'm actually going to create another simulated pulse oximeter. And I'll reopen the data visualization, and here you can actually see a range of different values that are appearing in the data visualization tool. So the thing that you'll notice here is that, of course, this application is much more complex than the case plus code example that you've been looking at so far. It contains a lot more interesting code for UI, and it's a lot more realistic toward what you would actually build in a real application. Now, all of this source code is open source, and I highly recommend that you download and take a look at it from the MDPnP website or from the SourceForge page. But if you're new to RTI Connect's DDS, I would recommend starting out to look at the RTI Connect's DDS case plus code example, because that's much simpler with the idea that you will be able to see the networking code, the DDS code, more easily.